Happy Wednesday. That's Grim and Friends, but will be later on today. It's Crusader, currently 7 days, 23 hours, and 45 minutes, so we'll be breaking 8 days played for this playthrough. And again, this is the fourth playthrough. First playthrough is a Lich, second was Zada / Gold Dragon. Wednesday. Third one was Demon, and now we're doing Angel. And today's plan is to get into probably, at least that's the goal, down here. And after that, we're not that far away from the end. Although we still have a lot of armies to kill. I was thinking about this part. We have a lot of demon armies to kill still. So hopefully we can get that done before we get out of it. Well, it's going to be difficult, isn't it? I guess I should work on that before we do stuff. These big armies. Those guys are moving to reinforce our main army. You guys are guarding this city. You guys are guarding this area. We might be able to kill that. It's a lot of elementals and demons and bugs. Wow, how come these... I don't remember these armies being this big. Baylor, those guys. Odd builds in the viewer groups. You don't say. I know. I don't say. But I do say. Receive temporary hit points for the next battle. This effect lasts for 1 day. 5d10 times mythic rank. Probably so my angels to summon. Should probably do that. Target army. That would be you guys. More angels, because you can't have enough. And they're just going through trying to kill all this stuff. Hey, Ring, welcome back. Gimpy's random 10 Slayer, 10 Monk thing. The Slayer and Monk thing is actually working though, or was working until he died. But that was storyline stuff. I think that would have been a good character. But it wasn't Lan's turn. Lan had his turn in previous runs. We needed a Rue to be around a little bit longer, and she's done really well. I think we'll go kill those things. Although, do we have the movement to get there? Let's find out. We do. So, what kind of mana? She's got 72 mana left. So hopefully this works. Okay, got that one out at least. Angels. Get them. Sorry, divas. Technically not angels, right? Movanic divas are technically... Well, they're angel-like. Are they lawful good? They're neutral good, so you're technically not angels. Angels are lawful good. Divas are different. Kill the salamanders. So, well, even you decided it was better to go heavier into Slayer rather than push for Monk 10. Well, that doesn't really change anything, does it? Oh, look, a fireball. Although I don't think that's going to work on the salamanders. Doesn't work on salamanders, so keep throwing it. Demons are from the same place as angels. Angels can be lawful or neutral. They're all from heaven, I think. See, I hate it when they change the rules on me. Divas are subclass. So you had to pull out the Fiend Folio from the 80s to see what, because there actually is a difference between divas and angels. It's like the difference between it's the same thing as the way, you know, you have demons, demons and devils. It's the same general idea. The different alignments is what splits them apart. And most diva, it's again, I'm basing my information off of the 80s. Keep that in mind. I'm not going off of what they do today. I'm going off original stuff. Angels are lawful good, divas are neutral, and they're not exactly from the same spot. Their roles are similar, but they're not exactly the same. Oh, look, he's feared. That Fiend Folio is the interpretation of D&D. Fiend Folio is... I know Pathfinders, and I don't go off of Pathfinder stuff. I go off of what I know. Books I actually have that I can back up my opinions with. Okay, the demon cultist fought to the last, using her charms to dominate and kill many soldiers. The cleric who examined her corpse found a decorated pin in her hair, one which emanated dark energies. The terrible trophy was sent to the commander so that he could decide its fate. Zoros' pin. Stuff. Obsolete stuff? It's not obsolete if you still play it. Guess we're done there. So I have to go swing around and kill these demons. And they further tweaks to the lore for... Yeah, so... We call that, I believe, retconning is the term for that, isn't it? The worst thing ever invented. Changing stuff. Because you don't like it, so you change it. Sounds like, you know, history classes. Or people in charge of history screwing with stuff. They don't like what the history tells them, so they have to change it. Angel is waiting for an audience in Dresden, hoping to share his the wisdom of heaven with the... I thought we did that already. Enchanting the wicked dope. Banish the dope, dispel the dope. So, heavy armor, bandit. Ferocity as per the universal monster rule. What? Creature with ferocity remains conscious and can continue fighting even if hit points total. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so... Creature with ferocity still dies. Yeah. I don't know if I want that. Distill it. Plague of Madness. Whenever the wearer of this +4 banded mail is hit, the wearer gets a fast healing 1, stacks up to 10 until the end of combat. Oh, that's not too bad. Kind of with writing stories. This is more about writing slightly different lore for a new background universe. That's rewriting, though. Isn't that technically rewriting? Writing slightly different lore. Lore that already exists, so they're writing new lore to fit into their new background universe better. That's rewriting. When I was retconning Warcraft lore was ass. Well, that's different. I mean, that's the same thing, isn't it, though? They're just changing the background to fit what they want it to be. They're changing history because they didn't like it originally, so they changed it to fit their current view of what it was supposed to be. That's retconning, and that's what Dungeons and Dragons is doing now, and Pathfinder's doing the same thing. You know, games do it all the time. Star Wars did it. I think Indiana Jones probably did it too, and Star Trek has done it. I mean, everybody does it. Is it right? No, of course it's not, because you're screwing with the people's, you know, what draws people in originally, right? And then they go back, they change it. Like you said, it's kinda. Well, it's not kinda, it is. Just take out the kinda portion of your statement ring, and I agree with you. Just take the kinda out, and it's your statement is perfectly fine, even with the ... Okay, so what do I want to do with this thing? I think this one is better, although we're not going to wear it because we don't have anybody wearing heavy armor. Can people wear heavy armor? I think that's, Some practitioners of the Green Faith are convinced that the plague druid Sulema was right in his delirious epiphanies. With the permission of the commander, they pronounce their prayers over this relic to impregnate it with their strength and faith. But you don't want to agree with me half on principle. You're one of the troublemakers of the world. Why can't we all just get a long ring? I don't know what Gimp is currently wearing. That's why I was questioning that decision. Logistics reform. More angels. Outpost of Bastion. The fate of the voice of the cursed bard. Remains of the color. I don't remember that one. Greek training. Omelet. Dragon care. The fate of the dirty school. Actually, I don't really remember Remains of the colorless one before. I'll find out what it is. All the stuff we have to do. How far away from Dresden are we? Getting along is boring, though. No, it's not. The only people who think it's boring are the ones that don't want to do it. I think this is that meeting with the angel. I think that was Targona before. Wasn't it? At the end of the stream last week? Or end of this portion of the stream last week? I can agree with you then, but you're wrong. But you're wrong. So yes, we already met with Targona. Look, Erebeth's still alive. Something's... Oh, this is actually something we have to do. Every piece of land of demons. Every piece of land the Crusader sees from demons puts additional load on logistics. In order to maintain a tight network, experienced officers are required to implement reforms to logistic processes. Okay. So we have days to kill. What you're wrong about, but then again, you're usually wrong, so I'll chuck it up to that. Am I usually wrong, or am I really right and you just don't want to admit it? I'm going to go with option 2. Ask Mrs. Gimpy how often I'm right and how often she's wrong. She will make a funny face and then she will just walk out of the room because she knows I am mostly right. Almost always. The world doesn't want to admit it. Still doesn't change the fact that I'm usually right.
Watch out for trouble.
Okay, so... Oh, we didn't go over the characters, didn't I? Our current cast of characters. Okay, cast of characters. And we get to look and see what Gimpy's wearing, too. So he's wearing heavy armor. Full plate of spell nullify. Resistance 23. Spell resistance 23. Does it need that? Does he need the other one, though? Because it's a more of a regen type armor. Sela's wearing her charisma stuff. I think I might have that already. It's already at... Why is there 2 numbers? I don't even know where this is coming from. Why is it showing 2 numbers? And what's the chaotic supposed to mean? Take the armor off and check again. I'm sure it'll be fine. No? So 25 chaotic and 39. What's with that? So I'm confused. Why is this even here? I don't know. I'm so confused. And why are there two numbers? I'm more confused about the two numbers. Spell resistance versus chaotic? What, the 25? Or is it the 39? Because when I had the armor on, 39 was at the top. And it was 39, 25 chaotic. So is it 25 versus chaotic? Why would you need that if you had 39 above that? But taking the armor off just switch stuff around. And now it didn't change. I am wearing the armor, right? Yeah, I'm wearing the armor. So I am so confused. I don't know what this means. Yeah, I have them. I don't need the armor for the spell resistance. I get that. But I'm just confused on what those numbers actually mean. So if he doesn't need that, could wear the other stuff that we're making. Price and descending. Oh, look at the shield that we don't use. Bulwark of the Tireless Warrior. Immunity to fatigue and exhaustion. Plague of... Oh, this is the one we just made. It is not as good armor class as the full plate, though. And when you get hit, you get fast healing. That doesn't really help us. Chaotic, it might be from the angel buffs, yeah. And I don't, yeah, the fatigue and exhaustion, that's why I didn't even comment on it, because I know the spells are protecting me from that anyway. Flesh Terror. We should give him light armor. The Haramaki, so he gets a bonus of the ranged touch attacks that he doesn't have. Welcome Respite. Out of the where this man is attacked at melee while being prone, stunned, or staggered. The attacker must pass a reflex saving or suffer the same condition for 2 rounds. Immunity to fire and acid. We're just putting that on because it's currently better. Isn't it? Actually, no, it's worse. Oh, I know. I can wear medium armor, too. Oh, I don't care about the appearance. The appearance is not what's drawing me to the armor. I'm looking at the actual armor class. Mantle of Night. Because I know my dexterity is horrible. Stealth checks. Don't need that. Once per day, grant all allies in 30-foot radius +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls against demons for 10 rounds. Eh. You need to fire and acid. Check the stores in town too, in case you sold any good heavy armor. I'm sure I did. Armor class wise, this mithril full plate +4 is... Oh, that's actually pretty good. Even though it's got nothing to it. Ooh, it looks very angelly. Adamantine full plate +3. So armor class is 13 versus 15. Full plate +5. This is the same because of dex bonus. You don't think these blings can carry me? It's magic, so does it really matter what we think? It's all magic anyway. Hey, look, Delamir's armor. Cast plants from the plant's domain as if it were 2 caster levels higher. Oh, you can't cast spells from the plant's domain, though. Or can you? He's nature. No, he's animal. He doesn't get those. Mithril plate Oh, mithril. That's we're at 10 plus 4, so that's not as good. Carapace. This is heavy armor. This is when it affects saving throw or suffer damage to strength. As far as the effects here, this is better, but it doesn't matter. But this mithril full plate is really nice. Too bad we don't have adamantine full plate. That would be really bad. That would be much nicer. Is there even adamantine full plate in this game? Anyway, cast of characters got distracted. This is Gimpy the Crusader, currently level 19. We'll probably hit level 20 sometime. Before the end of the game, of course, or before the end of this run. Choosing Great Sword as preferred weapon, currently using the Blood Red Cleaver. Why? Because it is oversized, so it does a little bit more extra damage. Plus, it does additional 66 slashing damage to enemies below 30% of their maximum hit points. So that when somebody starts taking damage and you hit them with the sword, they take even more damage. And that's what the spiky things are for. Gimpy also Crusader of the Green Faith. As a result, he gets animal domain stuff, and he has a bear for a pet. Espresso is his mount, who is wearing heavy barding, the barding of elder beasts. Plus 4 natural armor bonus to AC, plus 3 bonus to combat. Or CMB bonus, blah, 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 against large and bigger enemies. Anyway, Espresso, 64 AC. Then we have Veronica, our only mercenary in the group. She is a dwarven blood kineticist who finally got her special effects last week. So when she actually throws blood blast around, it actually looks like red water instead of blue water. And that was the only real change. So, wow, that cloak looks really messed up, doesn't it? That's not even good look. I mean, look at that off their shoulders. Like, how does that get... Wasn't that fine before? Did they change something? I don't remember that being like that last week. Or was it? I just missed it. Probably just missed it. Anyway, that's Veronica. Then we have Sela. Sela is, of course, Paladin. Using Scout as a horse to get into combat, so she gets into combat faster, smack stuff. She's using Radiance, which is currently still at plus 4 Holy Avenger. And then we have the Undying Love of the Hopebringer, which I keep forgetting to use, the Light Aura of. I'm guessing it lasts a full day. But anyway, that's Sela. What hat is she wearing? Mental Perfection. Oh, summon 2 Labyrinth Demodan Destroyers to fight on their side for 2 minutes twice per day. Someday we'll remember to use that too. Okay, then we have Ulbrig. Ulbrig is a Griffinheart Shifter. He is available through the Last Sokorians DLC. This particular archetype, though, the Griffinheart Shifter, is only available to him. You cannot create a character using it. Why? Because there's a storyline behind it, and that's all I'll say about that. He's a good melee guy, though. Really good. Then we have Rushale. Rushale is, of course, Succubus. We have her working out as an espionage expert, which is this class she started out with, which is a ranger. We added some rogue levels for some sneak attack damage, and she's doing quite well. She's also riding around on Bismuth, so that she can, focus on shooting stuff and let Bismuth do the movement stuff. She's also Gimpy's love interest in this run. Of course, we have Bismuth, currently level 15, not a real pet. Coming from an item, so his rules are a little differently. He doesn't get feats that we get to control, that kind of stuff, but we do get to give him gear or her name, or her gear. And last but not least, we have Darren. Darren is our Oracle. He's still alive. This is the first run he has survived for me. Normally we let him die, or we kill him ourselves. But this is the first run he's actually survived. Why? Because we just wanted to see what it was like to do a run with him, and it's been entertaining for the most part. He's still a douchebag, but it's entertaining douchebag. Anyway, his role in the party is to do heals, buffs, and arcane damage, because we do not have an arcane caster in this group, and he's able to do arcane damage thanks to the items he's using. Basically fire-based stuff. And he also has a pet, Bob, because he's got the animal domain too. Bob's job is to run around and trip stuff and then chew on them, or vice versa. Or both. Doesn't matter. Anyway, that's our group. Stuff. And today we want to get to Is eventually. We could speed things up, take a teleporter, get down there faster, but do I want to? Because we need to give our army time enough to kill all these demons. It's going to be, I mean, they'll be able to kill these two probably in a day, but then they have to get back over here and kill those. Just a second, Mrs. Gimpy decided it's time to vacuum. I think she's done. Can casters use magic while wielding a two-handed weapon? Yes. The rules here are different than they are in Dungeons and Dragons. Like in theory, like Gimpy, for example, is using a two-handed greatsword. He has no problem using magic. Sela, well, paladins are... Well, no, even then. Longsword and shield, she can still use any magic she does. He's technically... Is this? It's quarterstaff. Quarterstaffs are 1 or 2. But, yeah. Like in Solasta and... Do they have it in Baldur's Gate? 2, where you have to have one hand free to cast most magic. Not all magic requires a free hand, but a lot of it does. Like in Solasta, it's usually your spellcasters, unless they're, specifically designed. They're using spells specifically designed for using weapons and both hand, or having both hands occupied. Most magic requires one hand free in Solasta, and possibly, I haven't really been paying attention to it in Baldur's Gate 3. But in this game, they don't care. At least I've never seen them do care. It's always they don't care. That. Anyway, so should we do the quick travel down to Is or take our time? Because we can teleport right there right now. Although we have time after we do Is, don't we? Yeah, we'll teleport. Alright, casters are always using crossbows. No idea how I forgot that. And in Solasta, the way it works is casters can usually use the crossbows. Well, it depends on proficiency, of course. But if you use a light crossbow, you can cast spells. If you use a heavy crossbow, you can't. Because the general idea is you need 2 hands in order to use the heavy. But a light only requires 1. Go figure. Let's see. How am I doing on spells? We should probably rest before we go in. No talking? No talking. Okay, all rested. I'll have to redo buffs when we get in there. Been a day, though? It has. So, we'll do our armor stuff before we go into Is. Make sure. Okay, what are we looking at here? Rocks, retrievers, so nothing too terrible. Oh, we can't. Why can't we go that way? Stupid roads. Somebody couldn't have done a connecting road up to the north, huh? Hey, demons, how's it going? Kill the Lilitude. What's that? Didn't work. Look, it's a big fireball. You can hit all of them. God, we love this greater fireball. Get the signifiers if you can. Does Mrs. Gimpy need to talk to me? Yes? Okay. She doesn't need to talk to me. Under the vicious demon's supervision, lots of mortal blacksmiths abducted from every corner of the world were making weapons and armor for the abyssal armies. As a sign of gratitude for being saved, they are willing to fire up their forges again to provide the Crusaders with the best equipment and armaments. Daily income increased, material points 20. How we leveled up? We level 20? Stone Call, Finger of Death, Greater Channel of Negative Energy. Like this is a question. Intimidation. Greater Channel Negative Energy, so kill more living stuff faster. Okay, no problem. Or shouldn't be a problem. Let's channel negative energy. Where's our greater thing? Did this? Ah, there's the greater. So it's different. So this is power times power plus 5, 2d8. Plus 5, 2d8. This is only d6. This is way stronger. Well, watch. They have to die. They're demons. It's kind of the rule, isn't it? Still didn't kill them all, though. Get my money back. Die, Dretch. I don't care about the shears so much. It's the Dretch with their stinky cloud is the problem. Some resisted. I don't think it was so much resisted as there were so many of them. I think it was more about there were so many of them with so many hit points. That's what the issue actually was. Yes, there was a lot of Dretch here to start with. That's what I'm saying. I think there was... there's just so many of the Dretch and the Shears. There was just no way we were going to kill all of them in one turn. At least. And there's the sneaky cloud. Get on Hell Knights. Do it again. I think somebody's feared. Still in the cloud? Ugh. Why can't he attack? Can't use the fireball down here because it's too close. kicking the crap out of the Dretch. I was afraid. So 1,600 dretches, almost 1,700, and 1,000 sheer. That's why we didn't kill them in 2 casts, because there's just too many of them. Decimated them, though. At the head of the demonic army, a powerful Lilith demon was marching. Her eyeless face was hidden behind an eerie mirror-like mask. The specular mask was shattered, but the demon had melted its shards right into her flesh. A mage who sensed the power of this strange relic retrieved the reflective shards and gave them to the commander. Face Stealer's mask. I've never seen that before. Only a few, yes. Welcome back, Grim. Okay, so this area is cleared out. Go. So do we think this army can take this army? A lot of bugs. I don't think he has the magic to do it. He's only level 8. No, he does not have the power to do it. Not at level 8. He doesn't have enough people in this army. Oh well. Okay, so, Gimpy and friends. Going to Is. Okay, everybody get on your...
I'm up for an adventure.
That's it, got him.
You call?
What buffs? So many buffs. I don't know what I would do without the buff. Without the buff bot. I don't know how that would go. It would take forever. Okay, so welcome to Is. Is. Queen Galfrey's on the other side over there. So I guess we need to decide what we're going to do. Save Queen Galfrey or not?
Is the erstwhile heart of Sarkoris until it was cleaved in twain. A dead city turned death trap. One who enters may never leave.
Eridu seems lost in thought, her words addressed to no one in particular. She is no longer hiding the gaping wound above her own heart. City and all Sarkoris are dead because of what you did. What do you feel when you look at your handiwork?
Regret poisons the will and the mind. I've long since forgotten what regret feels like.
Sure, the Betrayer's Cloak. Recognize this?
Yes, I recognize it. It's Mother Vulture's creation. How did you come to possess it? Then again, I shouldn't be surprised. Your special fate draws such items into your path.
Tried to heal yourself, but even the creation of the goddess failed to help you.
I suppose I should be proud. The wound which I sought to heal was my own creation. And it was beyond even the powers of beings like Mother Vulture to cure.
She allows herself a brief cold smile. Why did you turn to Mother Vulture for help?
Oh, I turn to many others. Mother Vulture is a force to be reckoned with, but she was only one name on a long list. However, no one was able to help me, so I was obliged to search for the cure myself.
Who the hell is Mother Vulture? I don't remember hearing that before this. At all. Ever. Who the hell is Mother Vulture? Mother Vulture failed to help you.
This affliction is unique, just like the world wound itself. I doubt even Mother Vulture has ever seen anything like it before. Or perhaps the answer is simpler. Perhaps she just lacked power.
I don't remember ever hearing anything about Mother Vulture before. Who the hell is she? Click response to my mythic power.
Perhaps it soaked up a portion of the world wound's energies while it burned on my shoulders. Now it can sense your power and respond to it. An intriguing observation.
I received answers to all my questions. Have
And
I?
I received a dose of nostalgia for days long past. Most diverting.
A lot of questions for you.
I wish I could answer them now, but I cannot. Your time is running out. Anamora is about to turn the Temple of Stone manuscripts to dust. If she does not, the one now approaching from the abyss will. Soon this city may be gone altogether, along with all that it contains.
Set died for the others to live and the world going to close. Is that what you're... Why you're here to sacrifice me?
No. You cannot grasp the full picture. Your understanding of the situation is flawed. You see, I am here to give you a warning. Listen closely. Dascari knows of your arrival. This entire city is a trap he's set for you. The Reckless Queen was lured here, and I imagine she is rushing headlong toward her own destruction as we speak. Many of your allies are here, and their camp is about to be attacked. The very same camp at which the Reckless Queen left your banner. The Sword of Valor. The city is also home to the Temple of Stone manuscripts, one of the few surviving arcane libraries in Sarkoris. Some of my research is held there on Dascari's orders, and the Locust Lord's minions are laying waste to it at this very moment. Turn back and you'll lose everything. But if you charge forward, you'll be heading into an ambush. He will let you pass deeper into the city, and then all will descend into chaos. Iz has rotted away. It is steeped in abyssal emanations. Once Dascari breaks through, the consequences will be horrific. Choose then what is more valuable to you, and what you wish to save in time. Your allies and the banner, the Queen, or knowledge itself. Knowledge. It's time. I know this won't be our last meeting, so I will not bid you farewell.
Yeah. Remembering Mick say because Erebeth didn't go with her. I know, Erebeth was back at Dresden still. You might be able to go to the library and still keep her alive. Possibly. Erebeth shouldn't be here. That's the funny part, is she really shouldn't be here.
I will resist.
Happy Wednesday. Death from above. See? Told you. Death from above. Now she's all burned out. Okay then.
Forwards.
Zap him. Now, he still doesn't have his... He's not... For whatever reason, the buff bot doesn't do the I'm a giant thing, I'll scare you to death buff. I have to do that by hand for some reason. Don't know why. Frightful aspect. That's a little late. Hey, look, it's a bone shatter. Get him, Sila. Okay, Darren, now that we have time. Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't cast that during buff bot. He's supposed to, but he doesn't. Okay, so I guess the question is go to the library. So the question is, can I save the banner and somebody else? Or, I mean, what's the actually... I've never really been able to figure this out. What's too long? You always save the banner. Commander or something that has taken his form. Stay where you are. Oh, whole run. He whispers a prayer that makes his eyes flash with golden light for a moment, then looks you over suspiciously from head to toe. Not some evil sorcery, nor not an illusion, not a trick. Yes, it seems it really is you, but how? Didn't you perish in the abyss half a year ago? Going to the library or going to save Galfrey? Okay. Always ever so glad to be out of the abyss and back on my own plane, says Darren. But now I'm confronted with that mustached misery, I find myself wishing I were back in Lucianera. It took longer than I anticipated, but I have returned. So you have. Well, it's all to the good, I suppose. Things have gone downhill lately, even under Her Majesty's command. And those rotten ruins, my gut tells me it's a trap. Yes, we could use your help here. I wouldn't be the first trap we stumbled into, but none have yet been strong enough to hold us. Where are you headed? Our scouts have located a demon lair nearby, a whole unit. Her Majesty has sent us to deliver a preemptive strike. We kill them now before they get a chance to hit us from the rear. Where's Queen Galfrey? There's meant to be a library around here somewhere. The demons have repurposed it for their own needs and hauled their unholy books in there. Her Majesty set out for the library, but for what purpose? It's not my place to know. Purpose. We gave her half the paradox. It contained a valuable information about Erilu's activities and the rifts. So, that. I have faith in Her Majesty's victory, and yet, you should make haste to join her. It's sure to be a grim battle, and she could use the reinforcements. Unfortunately, I was ordered to clear the demon lair nearby, but you're not bound by orders. You could help her. Where's the Sword of Valor? Right where a banner should be, flying over our camp. Enemy forces are approaching. They'll commence the attack at any minute. What? He starts an alarm and looks around for any unseen enemies. His face steel. Thank you for the warning. You all heard that? We're heading back to the camp now. So I don't need to save the banner? Because I warned these guys? Is that how that works?
What's that?
He's stuff under the dirt. You will get the banner regardless. Okay.
Keep your calm.
I sense something.
That's a trap. Very difficult trap to get around. You could just say screw it. Gimpy can go through. Gimpy's got lots of magic
Keep
resistance,
your
right?
wits about you.
Look at all the magic resistance. So it's got to be 39 overall, 25 versus chaotic, 28 versus evil. How does that even work? If this number is higher, why does it matter what the others are?
Does anyone require my counsel?
We will be victorious!
Don't step on the trap.
Prepare yourself.
Desna, guide my hand!
So close. How come we get only one sneak attack in there? Oh no, they're all. Odd. Anyway, death from above. Who cares about the trap? Apparently he doesn't.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
Not getting around this trap. Oh, here we are.
No glory without risk!
Hi, outflanking. Outflanking the demons always works. And for some reason, when Kimpy, every time he kills something, it triggers the Shadow Demon. Not sure why. Or is it even when he just attacks him?
Something is not right here.
That would be a trap.
Make your peace.
Two more arrows. Death from above. I'm confused. Why are you going back that way? You know, he does death from above inside of a building, but he can't do it here.
So it comes to this. You've made your choice.
Okay, so a room. You can pick locks or
struggles
disarm
never
traps.
cease. I finished here. Is there more?
There is more.
We should move. I am finished.
Stuff under the rocks. Demon stuff.
There are many roads to success.
Here, disarm that trap.
It is done.
Stuff. So the queen is still ahead of us. You see them from a distance, the gleaming blades on armor shining bright against the ravaged ruins. Their clipped strides betraying both pride and tension.
We stand ready, Your Majesty.
Good. Because of the information gathered from the Lexicon of Paradox, we now know that Iz holds a priceless treasure. Our enemy's knowledge. We must seize it. Close ranks and be on your guard. There is no telling what awaits us inside the Temple of Manuscripts.
Now, I've never seen this before. Wait. She turns around, turns towards your voice. One after another, emotions pass over her clear, stern features. Astonishment, disbelief, guilt, and hope.
There is much we need to discuss, Commander. But it will have to wait. We are preparing for an attack. I hope you will join us in battle.
Voice sounds almost cheerful, yet a furrow appears between her brows.
Why, hello, my dear cousin. We've returned from the abyss. Will you clasp me to your breast as reunited kinsmen should?
Alfred coldly stares Darren down and slowly, begrudgingly gives him a nod of acknowledgement. Oh, there's no angel option? Just lawful? Where are you headed?
Before us is the Temple of Stone Manuscripts. I learned about it from the Lexicon of Paradox you brought. It is where the demons keep their knowledge, including Aurilu Vorlesh's secrets. This knowledge could prove invaluable to our cause. We must take it.
Queen, allow me to report I have succeeded in my mission to eliminate the source of Nahedrian crystals.
I thank you, Commander.
It seems as if your dry report has struck something in her soul. She visibly flinches. I have many questions for you.
I understand. I promise I shall be sincere as soon as we have vanquished the foe before us. I have been waiting to have this conversation for so long.
See, she flinches because she kind of intended for us not to succeed. She wanted us to fail in a way. We should go.
I should like to return something to you. The Lexicon of Paradox. It may be our only key to the mysteries of the wound. One I failed to make use of. And now, onward!
Oh, we're all going. Okay. So, the Lexicon of Paradox. So, this... Read this item while exploring is... Okay, so the letters written by the hand of Aurilu Vorlesh appear to have a life of their own, a moment's attention, and they begin to disperse, changing shape and moving toward the edge of the page, as though they are planning to leap off. Commander lays the second part of the Lexicon of Paradox next to the first, and the movement of the letters becomes more intelligible.
It is time to take a break.
The lines of both parts
Go
now
stretch your
seem
legs.
drawn to each other, straining to unite and form
Your
new
next
sentences.
break is in 1 hour.
Join the two halves. The Crusader brings two halves of the lexicon together, but nothing happens. No magic sparks, no extraordinary transformation. The Lexicon of Paradox remains in two ripped halves. All that happens is that the lines of text begin to move before his eyes. The letters of the two halves are striving to merge into words, but they cannot. Focus on the text. Gimpy's attention focuses on a couple of words that seem to have only just swapped places. The words freeze as though they never moved at all. But out of the corner of his eye, the commander sees several words on the other side of the page begin a discrete game of leapfrog. Try to compare the words of the lexicon's two halves to grasp the hidden meaning. As soon as the commander's thoughts turn to the lexicon's hidden meaning, the words begin to move faster before his eyes. The frenetic motion of the words brings to mind a wasp nest that has just been kicked. The words arrange themselves into sentences. The phrases begin to make sense, but it is a trap, a snare that will force the uninformed reader to set the book aside. The lexicon fights back against the commander's efforts as if issuing a challenge. Can Gimpy the Crusader unravel the secret knowledge encrypted within it? Probably not. Hey, Crush, welcome back. Happy Wednesday. Knowledge of the world. Oof. Arcane? Oof. Nature? Religion. This is our best shot. Focus on the description of the mystical properties of Demon Lord blood. Maintaining his concentration, Gimpy's eyes skim over the description of the mystical properties of the blood of Demon Lords. The now read phrases collapse into words, then into letters, so that they can leave the fussing swarm and vanish from the lexicon's pages. I'm not going to make these other rolls. This is crazy. Calculations determine the most convenient location to open a new rift. Focus on the analysis of the mythical powers the transformation bestows upon demons. Description of the anatomy of the mythic creatures. Yeah, we're not going to make those rolls. Can't make that roll. Unless you roll a 20, you can't make that roll. See, they don't like that. They don't like me. Anyway. We'll take this opportunity to take a break. First break. And get up, stretch some legs, get some water, see what Mr. Gimpy and the dogs are up to. I'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you all very much for watching. Enjoy the dog video.